Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney and I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. If you're not new, thanks so much for coming back. It always means the world to me. So I'm here today with another What Sold 5 Surprising Sales from last week. If you are new to the channel or haven't seen one of these videos, I try to share 5 sales from the previous week on both Poshmark and eBay, or combined, and just give a little backstory of why that item surprised me. Maybe it was sitting for too long, maybe it sold quickly, maybe it sold for less money than I expected or more money than I expected. So I've been doing these for quite a few weeks now, and I've had some technical difficulties a few of the weeks, and so I think I'm actually going to move this to a once a month video. So with that, it will be who knows how many items, maybe 15, maybe 20. I'll just kind of figure out that month what I think would be interesting to share with you guys. And so the first monthly one will be in June. So this will be the last weekly one. These are, you guys obviously enjoy them based off of the likes, and I do appreciate it. The struggle at the end of the weekend, if I have some technical difficulties, is a little hard at times. So I feel like a monthly one would still be able to provide the information and give me a little bit more flexibility if I do have some editing challenges along the way. So just jumping into this, if you like these videos, definitely feel free to hit the the thumbs up button. That lets me know that I should keep doing them in the monthly format. And if you aren't already subscribed and you like reseller content, definitely feel free to check out my other videos or hit the subscribe button down below. So the first item that I'll start with was a hat, and this you probably have seen in some of my hauls. I like to pick up hats when I'm out at the bins. They tend to be lightweight and they're just kind of fun and kind of put a smile on my face. I don't pick them up because I think they're high value, but more or less just trying out new things and seeing how they do. I also have a hat mannequin that helps kind of take photos of them, kind of display them. So this hat was a Mr. John vintage hat, and I listed this for $30. It was cute, it was small, it didn't fit on my head, but it, I've been tinkering or experimenting with vintage. It's not my specialty, and I don't think it ever will be, but when you're at the bins, it's kind of easy to take a chance on something, and I love it when those kind of take a chance items sell. This one was listed for just shy of a month. It sold on eBay for $24. I had it listed for $30. I did offer free shipping on this, but considering I think it was about 5 ounces total, the shipping on it and the purchase price per pound at the bins was definitely not much. So still a good return and a pretty quick sale for a vintage item, at least for me. So the second item that surprised me last week was a pair of Teiks. These were a gray, they were a vegan kind of fabric material Teiks. These were in a recent haul about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I found 2 pairs. They did have a little bit of signs of wear, but I disclosed that. This sold on eBay for $80. I did list them a little high, and typically on eBay, especially if something was just listed within the last month or two, I kind of stick to not accepting offers too low because I do offer free shipping, and I just want to see how people react. So how many watchers, how many offers, that type of stuff. But with these, because they did have some wear and I did price high intentionally, I decided to accept the $80 because, again, their bin's fine and I knew it was a great return. They, so I hope that they went to a new home, and I have realized though that the Teiks sometimes do run small, so I think in the future listings I'll probably list that on there because I have seen some comments about them, and so I would just rather maybe disclose that in the listing. The third item that surprised me last week was a pair of mittens, and it's almost summertime for most of the US, maybe with the exception of San Francisco. They have a colder summer, which is weird. But these mittens were new at Tags, Lululemon, and I found them at the bins as well. They sold in less than 1 week on the eBay global shipping program. So I joined that program shortly after joining eBay to just open up the possibilities of getting some international sales. and I do occasionally get an international sell. Because I offer free shipping on most of my items, I just have to pay for the shipping to get to, I think, Kentucky, where then eBay takes over and the buyer actually has to pay the rest of the shipping. So with those items, I tend to be a little bit more flexible on pricing because I know that they're paying quite a bit more in shipping. So I got an offer of $25. I had them listed at $35. Again, it was less than 1 week. And I was expecting these to sit until next winter, but that's kind of the benefit of the global shipping program is sometimes some of those winter items can sell in the summer and summer items can sell in the winter and all of that fun stuff. So I was happy about that. The fourth surprising sale of last week was a Torrid sundress. I think I've mentioned in previous videos that Torrid is very hit or miss for me. There were a number of items that I picked up. I think actually my mom picked up at a yard sale 5 or 6 months ago and for very cheap. I think it was like $1 an item, and a family with multiple girls and a mom and who all kind of had a lot of Torrid were getting rid of a lot of it. And a lot of it has sold and a lot of it hasn't sold. And so this Torrid sundress, I originally started at, I think, 30, brought down the price a couple of times. It was sitting at 18 because it had been about 6 months. And someone gave me an offer of $10 and I just accepted. The one thing I will note about this that I think may have contributed to maybe it sitting, two things. It's now spring, summer, so it's a sundress. But the other thing is the size. It was a 0 in Torrid sizing, which I believe is a 12. You guys can correct me in the comments below, 12 or 14. But I think it's a 12 or close to. And because Torrid, I believe, is a plus size brand, 12 is kind of on that border where you can buy it in regular sizes and plus sizes. So I'm just not sure if that size, I'll definitely try out that size again just to see if maybe my hunch is correct, but maybe that's not the best size to pick up in Torrid. But lesson learned, it sold. I didn't lose any money, a small profit. It just sat for too long for me. The fifth item was a great sale. It sold in 2 days. It was a pair of Vince sandals. The surprising thing about this was they were a size 5 US in women's, and they were in a recent haul. They were from the bins, but I guess because I don't pick up too many size 5 shoes, I know the brand and the comps looked great on Vince sandals. And these were in great condition, but I had them listed for $70. I got an offer of $50. I got an offer for $40. I countered at $50. She countered at $45. I countered at $50, and she accepted. And typically I won't counter too much unless it's unless I think the value's there. If it was recently listed, I kind of stand firm on my kind of lowest price. But anyways, she accepted, gave a good rating, and I'm just glad they went to a new home. I think they went down to LA. So yeah, so those were my 5 surprising sales from last week. Just a reminder, if you guys have any video suggestions, I do try to experiment with new videos, and I know that some of you guys leave comments, but if there are videos that you would like to see, I'm hoping to kind of have some more variety this summer, and I think this weekly or this monthly sold video will allow me to do a little bit more testing of different videos. So I'm always open to suggestions, and yeah, hit the thumbs up button on your way out if you enjoyed this video. Thanks, guys.